Welcome back to Soccer Cards United. You're listening to episode 287 of the greatest soccer card podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hello, Enzo. What is on the show today?
Hello, Jason. Today, Bundesliga Inception, the Premier League hobby SKU of that product we spoke about last episode, and there are some high-end items up for sale, Jason.
Okay, it's a big show. It's a good show. Let's hear that music. Okay, Enzo, let's start today on the beloved Topps Ripped website to discuss Topps Inception Bundesliga 24-25. 24-25, by the way, make note for those at home, that's last season. So we're in 25-26. This is a 24-25 product. So Inception, we've seen it in baseball. We've seen it in soccer. It's a beloved soccer product under the UEFA license. And now it's coming to the Bundesliga. And before we get into the details, initial reaction when you saw they were doing a Topps Inception Bundesliga?
I like it.
Yeah, me too. Just to say, before we get into this, I saw some people online kind of worrying about there being a Topps Inception Bundesliga or worrying about Bundesliga products or whatever. And I just wanted to say to people, and let me just actually go full screen for this one, because it's a serious public service announcement.
You're being very serious here.
The German hobby is so hot right now and so big compared to every other European market, and I'm including the UK market in that. This is not in any way overkill. The Bundesliga products were performing really badly. There was a big course correction and a massive growth in the German market, and so this sort of stuff, nobody needs to worry about any German products now. Is what I would.
If you have Bundesliga Inception coming to you and you're concerned about it, sell it to Enzo. I'll buy it off you.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah. This is like, German card shows are crazy. German break channels are crazy. Like, it's all happening
in Germany. Yeah, definitely.
It's all happening in Germany. So just to say that before we get into Bundesliga.
Yeah, because people like it, I think the old way of looking at Bundesliga is still here. And believe me, we have none of last year's Bundesliga product, and this product is going to sell out extremely fast, I would imagine.
I would also imagine that. Okay, so let's have a look. First of all, we can see a first 11 Harry Kane autograph 101 with an Inception design that is sort of a classic style. This is the box. The iconic Inception brand is coming to the Bundesliga. Bundesliga Inception is out soon, packed with autographs, relics, and parallels. Topps Inception has been a cornerstone of the hobby since its introduction in 2013, known for its design-forward approach, premium hits, and focus on the next generation of stars. Featuring bold designs and rare inserts, Inception delivers a premium collecting experience for all. I will say that little introduction from Topps does not properly highlight the fact that Inception has a special relationship with
soccer
or Europe or all that kind of stuff.
I think that's that. To be honest, that paragraph reads like Topps themselves don't know why Inception's a hit in soccer.
I would agree with that
because it's like I feel like I remember like when Soccer Inception was so hot. And obviously, like, we're not as, or at least we weren't as knowledgeable on the rest of the hobby in terms of wax.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Soccer Inception came out, and then I was like so confused about Baseball Inception's pricing, like on the secondary market. And I was also confused about the Bowman University Inception that had Caitlin Clark and Wemby as their kind of pre-rookies. And Inception, everyone was like, "Oh, it's Inception. That's fucking horrible. I hate Inception. Oh, it's Inception." And it was like, there's actually a hugely negative stigma around Inception, apart from soccer, where it's like one of the hottest products of the year. So I agree with you there, Jason. That's a good catch.
Thank you. Okay, every box of Topps Bundesliga Inception is packed with an impressive selection of stars from 24-25 and legendary figures from the Bundesliga. Each box includes 7 cards, 2 numbered autographs, 2 numbered parallels, and 3 base cards. There are also match-worn shirt relics that can be found in lucky boxes. So you have all sorts of different subsets. Having a look at the design here,
Jason, the design is very 2020 UEFA Inception first year.
Yeah,
they have decided to harken back to that one as that was the first UEFA Inception. This is the first Bundesliga Inception, and they have very much leaned on, I believe, and not across the board because the one on the far right there, Immersion, is a new one. And don't leave your immersions on, people. But it is very 2020 style, specifically the one on the far left there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it also has legends. Here's Michael Ballack in a Bayer Leverkusen kit. Here's Matthias Sammer for Borussia Dortmund. First 11 features the best 11 in the Bundesliga, players such as Harry Kane, Sergio Guirassy, Wirtz, Musiala, and Frimpong. And then if you look here, Inception Point, there is an Erling Haaland autograph included. There's Frank Ribery there as well in a classic Bayern shirt, classic Bayern look, I would say. For a bigger chase, there are dual cards and dual autograph cards featuring exciting pairings. So the likes of Benjamin Šeško and Xavi Simons for RB Leipzig. Remember, this is a 24-25 product. And then a sort of a multiple generations card here, booklet for Dortmund, Jan Koller and Sergio Guirassy. And then you have, look at this, a quad book. So this is good. This is not only Inception. This is kind of like good Inception.
This is fantastic. Because people forget, like Inception got juiced last year in soccer, and it's obviously carrying over into Bundesliga to be as juiced as they can.
Yeah, so it was beloved, and then it kind of kept coming out, and there was kind of a sameness creeping in, and then they decided to juice it, and it was turning out to be a bit more juice there to be. There
was one thing like the last few years we've had on-card autos. I don't know if we have that here.
Let's follow down and see. But just to say, the quad book legends highlighted the biggest legend from three top teams. The ultimate FC Bayern strike force with Rummenigge, Klose, Podolski, and Roy Mackay is one. That's probably big with the Bayern fans. And again, just when I say that big with the Bayern fans, that's not facetious in any way. Just for anyone who doesn't know the German market, that actually does matter a lot. There are a huge amount of Bayern Munich collectors, and German breakers are listening to this sort of like, counting their money. Borussia Dortmund legends, Kuba, Piszczek, Royce, and Kagawa, and then Bayer Leverkusen, Ballack, Berbatov, Nowotny, and Neuville. So this is really good stuff. Okay, some laundry. Is it laundry tags there? Jumbo relics, shirts from Bundesliga matches, club crest autograph patch cards, and laundry tag autograph patch cards as well. There is no mention of on-card autographs, so that seems to be the main omission or only.
Yeah, I suppose saving it for next year, isn't it?
Yes, keeping something in the tank.
I look at that, Jason, the Haaland. Imagine if that card came out when he was at Dortmund, because he was such a.
Oh yeah,
like we don't have that many lovely Haaland autograph cards when he was at Dortmund, to be honest. Despite the fact that there is loads of autographs, I could only imagine that card. Looks fantastic. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I think there's going to be a big hit, and I think it's coming out Friday. I don't know if we've seen pricing previews, but I've heard whispers out there that it's going to be affordable in line with Bundesliga Chrome, Bundesliga Sapphire, which were also very affordable. Because that's again because I did see people groaning on the timeline, but
yeah,
you can't really groan when you see the actual ORP price of the Bundesliga sets as well. You mix that in with, as you said, an actual growth in the German market and buying power in the German market, and it's literally. But like, it's genuinely got to a point. Like, we have an online store that sells wax. Bundesliga products are actually something we look forward to now at this moment in time, which is probably one of the biggest compliments I can give to the team over there at Fanatics, Jason.
Yeah. What a job they're doing, by the way.
I don't know who's in charge of that Bundesliga license, but they're doing it. And whoever is convincing the finance team at Fanatics to price it fair, or maybe too fair, to allow for general hype, interest, demand, growth, blah 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 blah. It's bang on the money. It's very old school. It's very old school Inception as well. I suppose we haven't got the price for this one yet, but I remember Inception used to come out every year at a way more affordable price than it probably should have been. But it really did kind of cause a soccer euphoria every single year,
and provided a nice little export business for the Europeans in the hobby.
It really led to a lot of European growth, Jason. Definitely.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to talk about next was the Topps Premier League hobby SKU. But while we've been recording, the first edition of Topps Now for the Premier League has gone live on Topps.com. So let's go live.
Breaking
now.
news. I've seen this on the timeline. People, I think Sports Guide Cymru I think Liam was talking about this. Like the potential of this happening.
Yes. So I think I remember Liam's tweet included kind of wider selection of teams and moments than are here, but let's see what Topps have gone for. On their first lineup of Topps Now Premier League, it's important to remember that Panini, for all the years they had the Premier League license, did not do Premier League Panini Instant. Just to say. That's just like, we have to remember this was possible the entire time.
Yeah.
Over the last, Okay, so they're starting off with Estevao making his Premier League debut for Chelsea. That's a sort of underwhelming card, I would say.
That's an excuse to use a rookie logo, I would say.
Yeah.
And terrible image, etc. Yeah, not good.
Couple of fun ones with Liverpool fans. Mo Salah, most contributions on match day 1. He always scores on the opening day, does Mo.
That's a fantastic image.
It's a great image. That's a brilliant Premier League. That's the magic of the Premier League right there.
That's a complete opposite to Estevao. I know Estevao, I think he just came on, made a subs. They didn't do much. Obviously there wasn't a lot of images of him, but that's different class for Mo Salah.
Yeah. And it just little, if you notice here as well, little thing that says PL record.
But can I say, I want to see images like that in the Premier League product.
Yeah, I was also just going to say I want to see images like this in the Champions League tops now, which I feel like rarely have images like this. Maybe this is just like a good moment and a good photo that they could license and whatever. But
Jason, can you put a pin in this real quick? I'm getting a phone call.
And then also, let's get back into this tops now stuff. Ugo Ekitike, goal and assist on dream debut.
Jason, what are you making? What are you making of him at Liverpool? I know it's early days, but
yeah,
he's looking really.
I thought the goal that he scored was a very kind of like the kind of goal you'd see him score in the Bundesliga, and then somebody would say, "Well, don't get any of those in the Premier League," and then it turns out you do get those in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's looking like more of a menace than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, I mean, he's quite good. He is quite good, and I think if they get somebody else in to play number 9, like maybe Alexander Isak that they're looking for, I think, and he doesn't have necessarily, he's not the focal point of the attack. I think he'll do even better. I think you'd rather have kind of him where Cody Gakpo is and somebody else in the middle, because I think although he is good, you genuinely don't score many of those goals in the Premier League. So
yeah, good luck.
Good luck. But Liverpool look really, really good. So I'm excited to see. Then from that same game, incredible solo goal in opening game for Antoine Semenyo, who scored against Liverpool for Bournemouth, and a kind of crazy individual goal. He scored 2?
I thought he did. He at least had 2 amazing runs.
Yeah, I mean they've given him toss now for the solo goal where he just kind of went it alone, just ran basically from behind his own behind the halfway line, and scored. He did have 2 goals, just to verify that. Right. Okay, Ryan Cherky, tops now king. Ryan Cherky,
his rookies are tops now, people.
Yeah. Scores a debut goal to give City a winning start as they thrashed Wolverhampton Wanderers over the weekend. Great to see him making a good start to life under Pep Guardiola. And then Dutch Maestro scores debut goal, and that is Tijani Reinders.
I don't care for that one.
Reinders from AC Milan. Not a big fan of this, Enzo, no?
I don't fancy that, no.
Right, fair enough.
I feel they missed out on the opportunity of doing a Sunderland card for sure.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit nuts. They had a great opening. I don't know. There's a lot good here, but I don't know.
Yeah, in terms of let's talk about the design for a second.
Can I say though, I do think the Premier League is such again, it comes down to like why this is like classed as like the best league in the world and I feel like there's so many different cards. Like I feel like obviously we're not glued to the Bundesliga as much as we used to be, Jason. We're not glued to the Bundesliga day in, day out, week in, week out. But the subplots and the sub stories across the Premier League weekend. Like I'm saying, I think the Tops Now team, if they're committing to only doing 5 or 6 or whatever Tops Nows per week, it's tough because you are definitely missing so many storylines. And like I think it could be, it's a tough job, I would say at this stage. It's not really like, all right, Haaland scored a goal for Dortmund, grand, another Tops Now in the books. It's kind of like, you're going to piss off a lot of people by not Tops Nowifying stuff. So,
and what's interesting is we talk about the Premier League not having that many rookies. So it'll be interesting to see how much rookie content we get because the Bundesliga, there's a lot of rookie content, and obviously in the UEFA competitions as well, you can get a lot of rookie content in there. But it'd be interesting to see how many rookies make up the Tops Now appearances over the course. That's just some breaking news that came out while we were chatting away. Let's talk about the other Tops Premier League thing, which is the hobby configuration. Now, for a wider reaching conversation about this stuff, you can listen to last week's episode.
Yep.
But let me just show you this. £135 was the pre-order for the Tops Premier League hobby box.
Okay.
Which is here. So this kind of packed with stuff. You have 2 Chrome King cards per box, 3 autos or relic cards per box, with at least 1 autograph guaranteed.
Can I say the Chrome Kings is actually really interesting because in the other SKUs, I think you're chasing Chrome King. So if I'm trying to picture it from the point of view of someone that was kind of a Match Attax head that buys all these retail SKUs, is completing the full set, can't get the Chrome Kings they need. Suddenly the hobby set has 2 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that could be the vibe they're going with there. But I don't know. But yeah,
trying to kind of tempt people over to the hobby.
Kind of like if you need your Chrome Kings, buy the hobby box. We guarantee Chrome Kings.
So, 3 autos or relics. 1 of those will be an autograph guaranteed, and there are 4 numbered parallels per box.
Yeah, so they're basically saying you're not going to get a box with 3 relics, but you could get a box with 1 auto, 2 relics, but that's still great. So 3 hits per box and then 4 numbered. It's very Premier League Selecty kind of vibe. Obviously not that kind of a set, but 3
Yeah, that's true though. Yeah,
the relics and autos, and then 4 numbered parallels. It's as far
it's
as
richer than a UCC flagship.
Definitely. And they've juiced that one as well, UCC flagship, recently enough. But that's extra juicy for sure. And I'm assuming the stock is exactly the same, Jason, as what we've seen with all the other ones, right? Like it's the same.
The exact same cards, I think is the idea. Just to say that they have put in 25. There's 8 packs per box. There's 25 cards per pack. It says here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Plus a 13 card Black Edge pack. So there's stuff going on here.
Can you go up to the hobby box in the image?
Yeah.
Does that kind of look like there's 8 packs in it? Because I feel like that's actually an L. So you're saying there's just two rows of packs, like?
But there's 25 cards in each pack, yeah.
So there's 2 rows of thick packs. I don't love that.
Plus, it says there's a 13 card Black Edge pack.
Where's that pack like? What are you talking about? Is one of I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I'll need to see that hobby box in person, but I don't love that because like one of the, I suppose you'd say get the booster box if you want to buy a pack, or you know what I mean. It's like,
yeah, I'm unsure how that. I mean, just to compare it to, I have the.
But you know what? In fairness, here's one. If you have 8 packs, but there's 7 hits guaranteed minimum, then they're probably each pack. Although you get loads of space in it, you're getting one of your hits in each pack, kind of like a UEFA Gold, maybe.
Yeah, that could be the thinking. There's also lots of inserts and stuff like that. Just to say, like in terms of the bundles you can buy of the retail SKUs, there's a £217 jumbo bundle. So that's just under £100 more than a hobby box.
But see the packs in the middle there. Those are like special packs that we haven't had a chance to buy.
Those are limited edition packets.
Yeah, with the little white on it. There's like that's something. So they
have the limited edition.
No idea what they
old
have.
Style cards. No, they do. They have that's where you get those. It doesn't show me. But that's where you get the. That's where you get these.
No, but look, that's there. Like the limited edition is totally different. Like if you zoom up, like
oh no, sorry. This is a limited. Sorry, this pack here. It changes when I click it. But see where it says 3 limited edition classic.
That's just like
cards.
Yeah, but
that's a limited edition pack. But then there are limited edition packs as well.
Yeah, like see there. Wait, go down.
Oh,
see, the 25.99.
Yeah,
right. Zoom over that. That card, I think that specific card is a rare card, like an image variation kind of vibe that only comes from that special bundle.
Right, but just to say that says bonus packet on the pack. And up here it says limited edition.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are 2 special types of packs that are just for the bundles. I don't know nothing about.
Right, so then hobby packs have 25 cards in them are totally different.
It's completely... To be honest, this is the biggest problem with this product. As many wins as there is in the product, there is a huge education piece to be done, and it is very confusing. But I think... but go back to that image there, just the last one you're on. I think that bonus pack... Look, there's 5 cards in a pack, and I think the Estevao is one of them, and or you just get the Estevao loose with that bundle. But I don't understand, to be honest.
So the bonus pack has 5 cards, then the regular pack has 10 cards.
Yeah, but I think the Estevao is in the bonus pack in that scenario.
Okay.
Or maybe there's 5. Do you know what it is? There might be 5 bonus cards, and they're in the bonus pack.
No. Look,
look at all the images.
Card comes separately.
I don't know what they're doing. And because it's that
card comes separately.
Can you hit that card in a normal pack? Do you mean like if
I don't know? That's a 3D parallel card. I can tell you that one. That's called a 3D parallel.
Right, so but then if you're trying to complete the set, I'm not a set completist by any means.
No, no one's completed this set. That's the
long and short of it.
That's the long and short of it.
Jesus Christ.
That's
a bit confusing.
Yeah,
I won't lie. But yeah, you know, I no longer, because I forgot that it's all the same set and you can buy booster boxes and stuff like that. I don't hate the hobby configuration essentially being 8 jumbo packs with a special black pack or whatever that's going on there. I can't imagine 9 packs in a box, but whatever. I think that's good because you're basically saying the hobby box consists of some kind of fat packs that all have
and your black edge is your ultimate stage.
Exactly that, Jason. Yeah, that right.
So
now, this is always like handling this kind of retail hobby fusion mix, and we don't know how to do it, and we're just like, do you know what? The Black Edge limited editions are actually just your ultimate stage bag, and that's, you know what? That's the language I can understand, Jason.
Yeah, to put it in, look at that, right? Glow Baller.
So that Glow Baller limited edition comes only from Glow Baller thins.
Yeah,
you're never completing this.
And then here you have Big Time Baller tins. Here you have Goal Machine tins. So it's all starting to come together. I'm
starting to understand it. I think I'll understand it in year 13 of the license being with Dobbs. But it's confusing.
You'll be able to explain it very well to your grandkids.
Yeah, it's very like I put all them on the website. Not all of them, but our versions of what we got. And it does just completely dominate the website in a way that no other product does. I think I should have set it up with variants, but it was tough.
And people want to. I mean, if you had variants, you wouldn't be able to browse around and see which one has glow ballers and which one has, you know, beast mode and all this sort of stuff. So
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't put all those images on our site because I got confused. I didn't realize it was important data, but it was.
Well, I think we should take a well-deserved break and come back to look at some high-end cards.
Great.
Okay. Let's look at some mad cards that are currently at auction on Fanatics Collect and Goldin Auctions. We're going to start on Fanatics Collect, formerly PWCC. I don't know how long it has to go until we stop saying that, but I'm still saying it.
I think it's a bad name.
So, where do you even want to start? This
Ronaldo
Messi is calling out to me, but you want to talk about the Ronaldo?
Yeah, the Ronaldo. There was one on Fanatics Collect at 80,000 bin for about 17 months, and it got bought last month. And now there's one on auction, and it's at 120,000 with buyer's premium. So, I think that's mad. And
just for anyone listening, there's a Mega Cracks PSA 10 Ronaldo.
The Mega Crack. I think it's pop around 30 or something like that, I believe.
Right. 38.
That was close. 38 copies of this beautiful card. I don't think it's a bad price. I think the all-time high was 320 on that card back in the early boom stage of 2021.
Yes,
I believe on Goldin. So that's the all-time high. I don't think we're at an all-time high here. I don't think it'll finish there, obviously. But Ronaldo, certainly, we've seen his market's heated up. I think Messi went boom in a really, really, really big way. And everyone's like, oh, well, I suppose Ronaldo just has to as well. And that's kind of what we're seeing.
They are tied together. It went beyond. It went kind of like to the point where they were not even
in the same ballpark. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was Cristiano Ronaldo, Lamine Yamal, Messi, and someone was like, "This cannot be the way." I honestly, along with the 71 base, like to own these two cards in a PSA 10 is like soccer grail. Period. Like I think they're just so, and even side by side, they look amazing because they literally are like the same action pose. Like it's like an uncomfortably perfect set of rookie cards for everything that has happened between the two of them. And the Portuguese one specifically with the kind of Jovens Provenice, which is like a promising youngster.
Yeah.
That is literally a rookie logo.
That basically might as well be a rookie
so that's, card. It's a unbelievable card. Always has been. And I do think it deserves to be super, super expensive, even if that makes me sad because I'll never own one. But I think that and the Messi, like that is the equivalent of the 71 bit, and it's not even close.
So we're gonna keep an eye on that.
Ronaldo being less hot and having literally double the PSA 10 pop, which is like the opposite of what you would have thought because it's a Portuguese release. But I suppose Messi was a 3rd edition release, so it kind of shakes out. I suppose Ronaldo kind of, I don't know if maybe it's wrong to say Ronaldo's name was bigger earlier.
That's true.
But I know it was true, but I also feel like as soon as Messi came on the scene, there was big talk about him. But I suppose making that move,
early. What happened in the
I don't know. I suppose Barcelona had so many. They had Ronaldinho at the time, I suppose. So he was very much
Echo,
and all the rest. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's just mad because it was so cheap for so long recently. I think there was as I said, an 80k sale recently on Fanatics Collect, and it had been up there for a very long time. So, and I always looked at it saying, that's a crazy. How's that been for this low?
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense because of what it is. So it's good to see. But yeah, I think it's a carry on from the Messi market. We've seen the Ronaldo market is also catching a lot of fire.
Yeah. And it makes sense that this kind of stuff is happening as well, post-national, post-Soko, where the soccer community all kind of like checks in with each other. And, I feel like there's always kind of big sales after that because the market kind of, it's like the AGM for the soccer market.
We're reminded that this is very real and we're all here and this is,
Exactly.
But for me, I just think for soccer cards, period, it's good to see Messi, Ronaldo getting the prices that they should be getting because we kind of need that if soccer is ever to be taken seriously. Two of our all-time greats have these rookie cards, have all this stuff, and they weren't really doing anything for a very, 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 very long time. Yeah, and it's good to see that they finally are because they should be.
The interesting thing, I know there's a lot of talk about Messi rookies at the moment, but what's been really interesting to me has been the Messi non-rookie autograph market, like just going crazy in terms of like on card or kind of like premium high-end Messi stuff. It's just going absolutely mad. This is a 2015 Panini Flawless Finishes Gold Proof Emerald 101 in the PSA 7. Gold proof. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Are you sure what that is?
No, so I always see that and I assume it's one of the non-circulated cards, similar to like white box, black box, but I don't think it is. I think that is a pack pulled version.
Right.
It's weird that it's Emerald 101 because I've seen Flawless be black 101s as well. But I'm confused by it, but I love the image of it. That's all I can say. I don't know. I'm not an eminence connoisseur, but that's like as good an image as you're going to get from Messi.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Like apart from the fact that his arm is covering the 101, I would have preferred I would have got rid of the gold proof fully there and just moved Messi a little bit to the right, and then it's a perfect card. But I think it's even his autograph doesn't hit the flawless. I think that's a flawless card. Jeez, 10 out of
10. Yeah. The description here says it commemorates his memorable last-minute goal in the 2014 World Cup that lifted Argentina over Iran 1-0. Both the photo on the front and the right up on the back come from this iconic match. So that's $50,000 with 8 days left. We have some Japan, Topps Japan, Lamine Yamal there.
Oh yeah,
doing numbers.
Love a bit of that.
8 days left. Yeah,
you can buy your Japan boxes on soccerunited.com.
Yeah, that's not a plug, but it is a plug. Do go to soccerunited.com and buy Japan boxes.
The that Ronaldo Super Factor there, I love that card.
Yeah,
because it's a 2018 Top Scrum Super Factor. He's in the Juventus kit when he was playing for Juventus. Even though people are like, "Oh, his Juventus cards are not worth that much," it's still like a moment in his career where he also performed extremely well, even though he didn't win any trophies really. That's just a super cool card, I think.
And it is great to see. We've seen recently Ronaldo Super Factors starting to do numbers as well. Obviously, the Real Madrid stuff is way up there. The Man United stuff has a whole other collector base. Yeah. So this Juventus thing, not just kind of being left in the dust, but kind of keeping pace. It's PSA 9. Doesn't really matter. It's 101 Super Factor, but yeah, I think that's a solid price, and there's still 8 days left. So let's see where that one ends up. Let's just have a scroll here. Call out. There's one of the lesser spotted patch autos for Messi. This 2018 National Treasure.
Dodgy auto.
Yeah. If you notice it's in a Beckett slab, it's like, ooh, how did that?
With an auto 10.
Yeah. How did that happen? Yeah, there's also stuff. There's a black 101 Mosaic Premier League Ronaldo up as well. Look at that Kaká, Enzo.
Stop. Oof. Look at that Kaká.
That's unbelievable. AC Milan crest card. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
that's PSA 10 with an auto 9.
That is nuts. My God.
That's one of the best
the best cards I've seen in my entire life.
Best cards I've ever seen, yeah. Not a great description here. Kaká ranks not only as one of Brazil's best snipers ever, but the midfielder is one of the global greats. Don't chat GPT your descriptions for that. Come on.
I never called Kaká a sniper.
I've never heard Kaká described even anywhere remotely near that term, but I'll let them away with it because the card is so nice. 2015 Select Gold, a set that we have a couple of, not Ronaldo's.
Do you know what? That's it. Look, we have a lot of golds that are PSA 10. Like that's graded well, I suppose.
Yeah. A David Silva that people keep messaging about is in our possession currently.
Can I say, I there's nothing, I think I've said on the podcast recently, but there's nothing I hate more than people sitting at home, seeing content of us at a card show and then trying to get deals done. It's like, go to the show. Go to the show. And I know, listen, it's a global hobby. Like some people are like, I'm not in, the United. Yes. I'm not in Chicago. What do you thought? I'm interested in your card. Don't be a bastard. But it's like, I've had people, like I'm at Socko with a card on my table, and I had people going, I will buy that, take it off your table, and we'll do a deal tomorrow. And it's like, I'm at the soccer, I'm at the place with physical real estate to sell cards. I'm not talking to you. Go away. Like, I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's, and also, I'm going to say, if we're having a little moment to complain, I've got to complain about something. Please don't comment on stuff I post on Instagram and say, check your DMs. Don't do that.
Don't.
That annoys the hell out of me.
Don't do it. If I haven't got back to your DM, it's because I'm busy. And or I seen it and determined that I'm not getting back to it. One of the two. Either way, saying check your DM doesn't help. I know my DMs are there. I know where my DMs are.
Good. Yeah. And it's,
sending question marks sends me to the moon and back. You can say bump. I'm fine with a bump. You can message again and say, hey, just in case you forgot about this. Cool. But question marks, I honestly think I might start responding with like exclamation points or something. Because I hate question marks. I get that on eBay a lot. People always like, I'm venting now, but people on eBay always like, let's say there's a box I have up for sale, right?
Yeah.
They'll message me and go, is this still available? And it's like, it's on eBay. There's quantity there.
It's still on eBay.
That's there. If I respond and say, yes, it's available, they just immediately go, and what's your best price you can do? Because like now that I have you, it's like, so now when I get, is it available? I just know them. Because it's like, if you are too incompetent to press the buy button or press the make offer button, then I don't trust that when the package is delivered to your door, you're going to know how to open that door, and then I have to deal with a buyer wasn't there and it got sent back to you. Like, if you're that stupid, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not,
and if it's not available and you buy it and it's not available, you'll be refunded.
Yeah. And yeah, that's right. If you think that like the stock is there and they're verifying that the stock is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, trouble.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
People, come on. Jason, on that note though, someone's looking for the 101 John Egan, maybe it was, or someone you got.
Yeah. The Sheffield United.
Someone asked, is that available? And they were more polite. So I'll point you to that DM at the end of this.
That's I'm glad that person didn't say can you check your DMs please, because they wouldn't be getting it if you're keeping it. Or when you put a story up and someone goes, oh, strange you have time to put a story up, and I have a DM.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware.
It's like me,
I had to run everything by you.
Yeah, but and me and Jason do all the social media. But as we try to grow our company, it would be great to. Just something we always say is like, we could never hire like an intern or hire like a social media manager and put them in charge of our social media, because our social media on Instagram specifically is a complete cesspit. Like, it's like, people cannot behave to a point. Like, if we put a social media manager in charge of our and give them the login and all, they're going to see some of the craziest shit that they really should not see in DMs. And they're going to get so many bizarre requests, queries, and messaging. Yeah. And in places that it shouldn't be for no reason. And check DM. I was like, what? I can't even say the extent of it all, but come on. I'm horrified at the idea of hiring someone and giving them the DMs that we receive.
Yeah. There would have to be a very strong filtering. It'd be like, the way like Meta and stuff have like content moderation teams. We'd have to hire a social media person and someone to filter the content before the social media person got it. Anyway, let's just check in on one more Fanatics Collect card, which is this Dynasty 101 Ronaldo R9 PSA 10 with a patch, Real Madrid patch. And the current bid with 8 days left is $15,500. This is the kind of sale that gets me up in the morning and keeps me working in the soccer card industry. Because Ronaldo has a million autographs, a million amazing cards, because he's one of top signees. And so they put him in everything in all different kinds of club kits and different versions. So it's good to see that you can still stick a Ronaldo 101 Dynasty up there and get a bit of respect.
That's it. Game used patches and autos. I'm scared of the day that game used patches and autos are done so much that we don't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like that it's I like the hierarchy. The hierarchy of on-card matters. The hierarchy of game one matters, and both together matter. This is what it contains on this card is not from a specific match event or season. Just as I'm saying.
But it is match war memorabilia.
Yeah, just not from a specific. So. I just got a coffee delivered.
Look at that.
I'm thrilled. Thank you very much.
Massive production.
This is what it would be like if I had a social media intern and a variety of other people. I'm not saying that my social media intern would get me coffees. What I'm saying is there would be an office culture. That would be so nice.
That'd be good. Soccer's an office culture, yeah. Standing around the water cooler. Did you see the Tops Now over the weekend? Okay, let's go to Goldin, where there's even crazier stuff than there was on Fanatics Collect.
Is that
Just to point out, there's another gold proof
that has
flawless
me
Messi.
floored? Is that what's it number to you? Can you tell me? Because it's similar price.
2 of 2.
2 of 2. Come on, Panini.
So just to say, I know we kind of running segment of the show is to compare the technology on both platforms. Fanatics Collect, as well as having caught up on Goldin and implemented their own, you can zoom in on the photo feature. Also, if you right click on any Fanatics Collect listing, it automatically opens that listing in a new tab because it knows that's what you're right clicking for.
I love that.
Goldin, you still have to manually right click and then open a new tab. So Goldin,
get your
balls on your court now.
We're neutral. Yeah. We're not biased here. We'll attack any auction platform that we can.
100%.
Because we just want better platforms.
Let me just have a look and see. Does Goldin tell us anything about what a gold proof is? No, they don't. But this is 2 of 2 from the same match, same card. The flawless finishes.
Beautiful card. Kind of a mental price point. I know that both auctions are not over yet, but still a bit mad.
Yeah. This is basically this. It's within 10 grand of the other one, and it's a 2 of 2 instead of a 1 of 1. And gold proof means something. So people can write in and tell us what gold proof is. This noir is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it ties into just Messi high-end on-card autos being a madness. And in fairness, one thing that we tend to forget is like a 2016-17 Noir on-card. One of the draws of it is that it's a playing time card.
This is true.
Like, yeah, not just that he's playing, because he is still playing, but he was playing at the club. Because it's like, right now, you can only get, obviously, Inter Miami
yes,
and Argentina still. But like, that is important. There isn't that much. There's a lot, but there's not that much Barcelona
on-card Barcelona.
On-card,
this is actually
game
I had forgotten that.
Stuff like that. That's why some of these cards have kind of gone a bit mental, including like the Kaboom Messi that went mad. It was like the only, or one of the only, maybe one of 2 Kaboom Messis for when he actually played at Barcelona, and it was the only numbered, obviously.
Yeah. So this is 17 of 25. It's of 25. It's horizontal, and it's a PSA 7. And it's still doing 55,000, which is crazy. The Messi market is well and truly here, folks.
Here and gone. And in fairness, it's like Messi's the best player of all time. Like, it should be here. It should be like,
he's the greatest player in history sport. He now plays in America. He has he won the World Cup. He's done it all.
These are brands that we're comfortable with in basketball and football, etc. Noir, like this is good stuff. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Am I right in saying we saw this card in Chicago?
Yeah, that had a $300,000 price tag on it. It's been around the block, and whoever had it finally decided to take it down from the block and just put it up on auction, which is where, if you're willing to sell, that's the way you should probably sell that card.
So for anyone who hasn't been to the National, it is kind of a case of walking around and seeing. So this is 2024 Topps Chrome Euros Chapter 24. They do the Roman numerals there, even though it's just the year of the competition. Superfractor auto. That's why it sounded like I malfunctioned for a second. Yeah, so you walk around the National, and then we just saw that we came across this table, very few soccer tables, and we came across this table with multiple Lamine Yamal high-end stuff, and this is just sitting there, and it says 300,000 on a tiny price tag, and you're like, does that say 30,000? And then you lean in, and it says 300,000. I think it's pretty brave to go from listing it at 300,000 on your table at the National to putting it up at auction. I'd be scared.
Yeah, obviously the other Lamine Yamal that was also from this set in his Spanish debut did a huge number. I think it was 320,000, maybe
360.
360.
Yeah.
So it makes sense if you own this card. You're kind of like, I kind of want something similar for me.
Yes.
But obviously the difference is, what is Chapter 2024? It's like it's an insert. So, and famously, inserts are less desirable than base autographs. So if I would predict, and to be honest, I feel like the Yamal market, I would have waited a few more weeks because
get the season back up.
Yeah, get the season back up. He already started well. He got a golden assist, but you kind of want maybe even the first round of Champions League games or something. I don't think it's a great time to sell Yamal. I think he's kind of been oversaturated. He's cooled off a little bit, I think. I would imagine. 24 days left. Sorry, what am I saying? There's 24 days left, Jason. So I suppose.
So in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah. But I don't think it does 300. I can't imagine he's that hot, and it's an insert. I would predict it to be a 6-figure card potentially, but I feel like all the interest at the moment is on Leo Messi. I think it was that classic thing of like, everyone was like, Yamal's like Messi, and everyone's like, Wait,
Hang on a second. Let me just spend 50 grand on this.
yeah.
On this
Wait,
noir
is Messi not
card.
Messi? And they're like, yeah, I suppose he is. And then
Yeah.
people start buying it. But I don't know. But Brave, yeah, I think that's good that it's a long 24 days. My God.
Big old lead time. You wanted to talk about this one, Enzo, this 2015 Select.
Oh my God. I was chatting to someone, I won't say who. I was chatting to someone, they said, Enzo,
Yeah.
where do you think this card's going to end? And I said, to be honest, I think it's going to break 6 figures.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite cards. I remember we've had that in red and blue parallels, which are high numbered parallels, a few times over. And it's just every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. So to see, to be honest, this is going to sound dramatic, but I think it's a privilege to even see the Black 101. Like, I think it's one of those cards, like from those sets that old, it's just like when you see the 2014 World Cup 101 Messi, you're just like, that's mad that's actually real. Like, I know it is real, but there it is. Like, it's a bit mental. So it's the first time I've ever seen this physically in any form, digitally or not. So that's quite a privilege. I think it's lovely. I think it's going to hit 6 figures. The person I was talking to, who knows their stuff about Messi, said that he reckons 200k it could hit. So I said if it sold 1 or 2 or 3 months ago, I don't think it hit 6 figures. Now I do think it is, and they seem to be like it'll comfortably kind of surpass that. So we'll see, but it is a really nice set. It's hard to know where to place that first Select, to be honest, but it kind of feels like there is this respect given towards that set. And I think the images in it are great. I think that's a fantastic card.
Yeah, and I know in Chicago this year there were deals going down for, there's a lot of talk of the 2016 and 2017 101 selects, field levels. So Messi Select 101s is a market that has that classic thing of it has kind of 2 or 3 very, very motivated collectors who are highly competitive with each other. Yeah. So this could get
dicey.
This could get kind of dicey, bit crazy. I wouldn't want to be someone getting in the middle of whatever bidding war is about to break out.
Can I say, I think one of the things I like about that so much, that card, is like you're seeing the football, you're seeing Messi running, you're seeing someone pull him. It's an actual action shot. I don't know if that's Chile behind him. I don't know, it could be Paraguay.
I think it is. Chile. Yeah, I think that's
gives me Chile
probably
vibes,
someone from Marcelo Bielsa's.
It could be a Gary Medel, or it could be
it could be Gary Medel, very much.
But you know what I mean? I just think that's a brilliant card. Yeah, 10 out of 10. It's a mad card though, because it is that thing of like, it's not a rookie, it's not an autograph, it is a 101, it's old. There's it's kind of 50-50, but it's just some card.
Like, I'll ask you this while I have this, because we were looking at okay, I can't zoom anymore. I can't. We were looking at a couple of cards, and what's your favorite 1 of 1? I'm sure I've asked you this before. What's your favorite 1 of 1 designation? Do you like the 1/1? Do you like the number 1 of number 1, or the written out 1 of 1? What's your preference there? Do you have one?
I don't have one. I think on the front of the card. On the front, if it's going to appear on the if it's going to appear on the front of the card, I want it to be 1/1, because I feel like it's there, but it's not in the way. If it's on the back of the card, I like it like that. Like as it is on screen. I hate when it's like that on the front of the card. I've seen that in like Immaculate and stuff like that, and I always hate it in the front. In the back, I like it.
Okay. Well, people can let us know what their favorite
only
way to display
1 is up there as well,
of course. Of course, only 1 is up there. What an iconic property that's become in such a short space of time. Okay, we have some Ronaldo Flawless doing numbers, and we have another. This was also on that table in Chicago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. That has sold a few times, I think. That's a beautiful card. Like, he doesn't have rookies in the yellow kit. That's just like super, super nice. That's Merlin doing a Merlin again, and I really like that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we'll just scroll down. There's another Messi Kaboom 2017 Select. Obviously, this one is not.
I've seen a list somewhere about like just general soccer players pricing, and like in terms of an index. And Pele was number 1 in terms of the highest increase in price recently, which I thought was strange because Messi is obviously that, but Pele is up there. Neymar as well is on the up and up. There was a few people on the down, but I'm not sure what the index was based on. I'm sorry to not have it here just to pull it up, but I seen it on IG, and it was interesting to see Pele and Messi were both super strong. Oh my God. Jesus, look at that Pele.
I know. Speaking of Pele,
that is nuts.
Let's have a look at this. This is a 2014 Panini Prism World Cup Stars insert. Black Prism 101 Pele.
Can I actually go on record and say that I actually really dislike the look of the 101s from 2014 World Cup Prism?
You certainly can.
Like, why don't they look? Take, but you can certainly why don't they look like all the other ones?
Maybe they were still figuring it out at that point.
They definitely were. Like, I don't know basketball and stuff like that. I'm sure that year or basketball the year before, whatever, was the same. But like, in fairness, as cool as it is to see the 2014 Blacks, they look shocking.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of disruption of the image here going
100%.
on. It looks like kind of Pele's gone into a sort of House of Mirrors at a fun fair or something. And,
That's it. Look at that. I don't
but look, there's one of one.
Zoom in.
I'm zoomed in.
I kind of like that one, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, Panini's the only one that really changes it up, isn't it?
This is true. Yeah, they do. They're the only ones. Then we also have this Jude Bellingham, Jude class, image variation, PSA 9.
Is that Chrome proper?
That is regular old UCL Chrome.
You have to like filter through 16 different versions that came out that year to verify.
It's not Aoki. It's not anything else.
It's not Japan. Not Aoki. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's mad. I don't think it's a good time to sell him. I don't think the next 10 days would be a good time to sell him, to be honest.
Me neither.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's loads of... There's we
Lamine Yamal, second year, Padasha doing the same as a Jude Bellingham rookie superfactor is crazy. Like, Yamal is gone, and he really shouldn't.
He's all over. He's all over this auction.
But he shouldn't be gone. He had so many cards.
Yeah. There's this massive 23-24 UCC finest booklet with, let's just see who's on this, because it's from 2 seasons ago now. Let's see who's on it in terms of rookies. So this is the rookie class of 23-24 booklet. So you have, this is a 1 of 5. Lamine Yamal, Julian Duranville, Oscar Glock, Nico Paz, Ben Doak, Melambo. Yeah, Melambo. I can't even scroll. This is crazy. Lewis Miley, Oscar Babadi, Bradley Barcola, and Omari Forson are all on this one card. Are you a fan of this kind of commemorative? Like,
I like them
these
doing
guys
it.
were all the rookies.
I like them doing it. It's never a card I'd want to buy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's one of them. Like, and if I got that card, I think I would auction it as well. Like, I think I'd be like, get this out of my. Like, I don't have this type of space. But
yeah.
I think it would be like, I can't imagine a world where you ever do one of them.
That's crazy on the back, by the way. 100%. Just to say, that's the back of it.
I just can't imagine there'll ever be a world where you kind of do one of them and every single player makes it, quote unquote, you know?
Well,
like,
I suppose like is the appeal that like some people like say like a card where you go, oh yeah, there's Lamine Yamal and there's everybody else, or you know, kind of an Mbappe rookie sticker situation. But that to me has never really appealed. The idea of like, and actually on this he appears with this person, and you know, remember him.
Listen, I like it as something different. As we said, we just seen so many Lamine Yamals all over the Goldin auction. So I like that instead of just an infinite amount of them, there are something like this, which is very specific and very different. It's also like Yamal appears beside Durunville. Yeah. And it's like that itself, even though there's more players all on the same card, that itself could become something really cool. Like imagine like if 2 iconic players were part of that first.
Yeah, it's probably worth doing.
It's worth doing. Like again, obviously, if you look at the Jude class, there's a world where you could have really hit the nail on the head on a lot of them if you did. You know, Jude Bellingham, Musiala, Gravenberch,
Adeyemi,
I suppose.
Pedri.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and there's more. Like, Anthony was part of that, but he wasn't. And there's Florian Wirtz. You know, like that could be something way cooler. But I even think if you even hit it out of the park, I just don't think people are like, give me that. Like,
it's never going to be. It's never going to be somebody's top card, but it's.
But let it be a hit. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I always used to see those kind of baseball cards that were like that, where you like folding it out and it's mad stuff going on, and it's like, oh, why don't they do that? And then they do. So yeah, I'm into it. I like it. I wouldn't want to buy it, but if I hit it, it would be fun, and it's fun to have in there just as a chase. Like it's a semi-ridiculous card, but in a good way. What's it at, by the way?
It's at $3,250 with 10 days left.
Because it's worth something.
It's doing fine. So people can write in and tell us what they are currently following on all these auction sites. In the meantime, we're going to take a break and we'll be back after this. All right, Enzo, let's do a listener question. Okay. Not a Q&A episode, but someone has snuck a question in. This is from Daniel in Ireland, who we know and people who may know as Irish Card Collector 96 on the socials. A few months ago, I asked you, have you noticed a spike in the hobby here in Ireland? Since then, and I think we said yes, massively. Yeah. So since then, in the last few months, do you think that has continued to grow, and how impressive do you think it is considering how long you've been in the hobby and how you've seen it evolve? So basically, a few months ago, we told Daniel and everybody else that the Irish hobby was growing. In those months since that, has the growth continued?
Yes.
The answer is yes. Actually, the answer is a big yes.
The answer is a big yes. I think this year at the National, there was 6 Irish people, total.
Yes.
Which is like that flew in from Ireland, should I say?
Yeah.
As opposed to being like American expats. But yeah, it was. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I mean, I'm still. It's still in the developing phase. You know, like I'm still waiting for people in Ireland to become more proper quote unquote dealers. More people to be kind of accumulating graded cards and to be buying and selling and working up and buying and owning bigger cards, which we do see in other markets. But we're definitely getting there. We had an Irishman with a 71 bis PSA 8 at the Socko Expo and sold it for a big, more than 4 times what they bought it for. So like that's happening, but that's more isolated than I'd like it to be. You know what I mean? In terms, like I think we could really kind of get there where, you know, there's a lot of these kind of big soccer cards, particularly coming back to Ireland, staying in Ireland and being seen at the Dublin Card Show, crossing hands and coming to trade nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's growing. Like we went to a trade night that was organized a few months ago maybe. So like an Irish card event Irish sports card event hosted, organized not by us, which is like first time in 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
And there was people there I seen and I met that I had never seen or met prior to that. And they had, you know, slab cases, cards, everything. They had everything. They were operating, and I didn't personally know them up until that point. I never do know them, but like still, I've got to know them all forever, Jason. But like that's the thing. It's just, and obviously then that's reflected in orders on the website and stuff like that. That's a kind of a place where we get a lot of our key indexes and kind of just seeing names that we don't know, seeing areas of the country we don't know, and getting emails, messages all the time as well. But yeah, even like I suppose Dublin Card Show, some of the tables have been sold, and we looked into the people buying them, and there was people that we didn't know about that are now confident enough to be a dealer or have enough stock and inventory to be a dealer. It's growth. I genuinely think the Premier League products that have just been launched are going to potentially drag more people into it in a big way. It's still, I think that still was a big swing, but I do think it's going to have a lasting positive effect in Ireland,
because you are going to, like, now if you want to, if you collected Panini Adrenaline XL for the Premier League last year and you go to buy your Panini Adrenaline XL and it's top Premier League and you buy it and you get an autograph, that is, you're still closer to the hobby than you would have been otherwise.
And like if we're at a card show and you're coming up going, do you buy? And it's like, do you know what? I can actually buy that, what you have.
Because I don't have to say I don't buy match tax. I can say, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy it, I suppose.
Yeah. I was going to say, in terms of, we were talking about Germany at the start of the show. I think kind of partly what you're describing there in terms of who's at the national and all that is like when the hobby starts to get popular in the country, like you do have, there are people in the country who are involved in the hobby, but they're kind of members of the international hobby who just happen to be from a place. I think there's like a kind of key difference there. Like you go to, like, you know, Belgium, like we know people from Belgium who are in the hobby, but they're not necessarily in the Belgian hobby. They're just in the hobby and based in Belgium. We're in the hobby based in Ireland. And the real turning point is when you go from just you're happy to be from here, but you're involved in the international hobby, to actually having a domestic hobby where it doesn't really matter what anybody else is doing. And that's what Germany has. The UK has that to some extent. And I would say most other European countries don't have that. In terms of like, if they want to sell their stuff, if they want to get involved, they have to kind of widen their net beyond the country. But maybe that's what we're starting to see the start of now, or the beginning of that in Ireland, in terms of like, we can have our own trade nights, do our own breaks, have our own shows, all this kind of stuff. And you don't ever really have to
hear from us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, there will be, of course, there's always going to be people from Ireland who are in the international hobby, you know, like us, like the other people that were at the national this year, and people that go to London, etc. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Whereas for us, it was kind of the only option, you know, back in our day. Yeah.
So yeah, more and more growth, and I'm sure the Daniel who asked that question is probably seeing it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like he's willing a deal and he's buying and selling. I'm sure he's selling to people that he wasn't selling to 12 months ago. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just without blowing up Daniel's spot, like I happen to know that, like, the reason I use his username is he's done a lot of deals with people all around the world via social media, and now when I see him posting, it tends to be doing a lot more business with people in Ireland, which is mad as well, because like Daniel's saying to us, like, oh, considering how long you've been in it, but like even in the time that he's been in it,
it's changed.
He's now kind of like an old head, an old hand in the.
You quickly become an old hand in the hobby for sure.
Because that's how kind of quickly it's
this side of the world, should I say?
Yeah, obviously in America, you know, you have to be in it for This is your
100
45th
years.
national and all this kind of
You
stuff.
need to have opened the 52 mantle and thrown it in the bin yourself. Otherwise, not really. Part of the mix.
If you don't remember when, Upper Deck invented parallels or whatever they did. Who could remember the details? Not me. Okay, I think that's a satisfactory update on the Irish hobby.
I think it's a satisfactory update unless there's something on the docket. What else is there?
Just the last thing on the docket is to say we're looking at all these mad soccer sales, but this Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant logo man is about to set the record for the most expensive basketball card ever sold. Bidding has hit 5.368 million. You don't need to do it. If you're not going to don't.
That needs to be specific because maybe the last highest sale was 3.
Yeah, but at that point it's like just add the zeros. Like you're omitting.
I get you. I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
But this one 3 zeros, no joke. Jason, I'm confused.
It's almost like taking the word collect and including all of the letters except the vowels. Abbreviation is not these people's strong suit. Okay, that's enough shots fired.
Listen, Joe and I'm upset about that this is on Heritage. No disrespect to Heritage, but we just did a Fanatics Collect and a Goldin auction, and what confuses me is I have a card worth 5.368 million. And why? First of all, who owns the card? And second of all, why are they going to Heritage auction? Like, was Heritage big back in the day? And this is someone who had it back in 2007 and said, I suppose, Beckett, I'll get it out of the Beckett slab and put it into PSA slab. I hear that's what the kids like. But I know Heritage is still the place to go. And obviously he's right because of this sale. But what's the story with Heritage auctions? Like, because I'd be terrible. Jason, if we had that card and you said, Enzo, look, we should send it to Heritage, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I think it maybe shows that like we are talking about soccer again, and like Goldin and Fanatics Collect have adopted soccer in a way that there are still loads of high end auction houses even that haven't even. They're like, no, don't even sell soccer. We're busy selling our $5 million
it's just a different life,
cards.
I suppose.
By the way, Upper Deck using the number 1 and then the letter or the word of and then the number 1 here for the 101.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. There's nothing in the hobby that Upper Deck didn't do 20 years ago.
Don't get respect for it.
So yeah, just to say, we have an awful lot of room to grow in soccer. We think we're big because we're selling Messi's for 50 grand.
Yeah,
we're nowhere near it
until we're on Heritage auction getting 600 grand for a vintage card that no one knew existed. We're
exactly. Look, here's Chris Ivey, Heritage's director of sports auction. He says the demand for this card is astronomical, which makes sense because it has everything, including photos, jersey patches, and signatures from 2 of the greatest players who ever stepped on the court. The dual logo man card offered in this auction is the only example created that includes Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, making it the most sought-after example of the incredible Upper Deck logo man series. And because of Kobe's tragic death in 2020, it will always be the only one. So, I mean, it sounds like he gets it. I mean, it sounds like if you want to sell a basketball card, Chris over Heritage Auctions understands you exactly.
He gets it. Here's a fun one. I'm on Heritage Auctions, Jason, just nosing about.
Okay.
They have 32 soccer cards in their
Holy smokes. Let me get
in their summer platinum.
Wow, this is crazy.
And I think the same guy submitted them all, to be honest.
They say they're the world's largest collectibles auctioneer. Huh. I just type in soccer?
There was a filter. There's a filter. Sorry, what I'm looking at. What am I doing? I'm distracting myself. They just said that, Jason, they're all Pelés and they're all hand-signed Pelés. So, like, Pelés estate.
Here they are.
I think I just sent a few.
The ultimate test of Heritage Auctions, when I click on this card, first of all, when I right-click it, doesn't do anything. But I hover over it, gives me an expanded now. See?
All right, I'm starting to see.
Fanatics Collect. You don't know everything.
Yeah, the hover over making it big, because obviously if I'm hovering, that's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
But yeah, a lot of just Pelés. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel very uncomfortable.
Oh, hang on. They have that. They have fit to screen. They have view full size. They even have a brightness meter. Look at this. You've never seen anything like this.
Oh, whoa.
Make the card less bright. Make the card more bright.
Yeah, to be honest.
So now you're starting to see why Heritage Auctions are instead of that logo man.
Any big cards we have, we can most certainly send it to Heritage Auction. I was a fool.
Look at this. Current bid, secret maximum bid. Down here, you can enter your secret maximum bid.
All right, listen.
That's exciting. This is an unbelievable platform. Wow.
10 out of 10. Heritage. I'm sorry, Heritage. I'm sorry.
That's mad. The Pele collection. Oh my God, look at this. We are thrilled to present the Pele collection, a stunning assemblage of memorabilia owned by none other than the legendary soccer player himself.
So he signed them all himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he signed them all himself, but he signed them all himself. So it literally was Pele's estate. I wasn't wrong.
They weren't wrong. I thought you read that already, but no, it's...
No, I was just making a joke that is true, which, to be honest, is a bit horrifying. Yeah, all the PSA slabs say the Pele collection. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
We've unintentionally promoted Heritage Auction in a way I never thought I would.
And we're also unintentionally discovering things about that. Now, we're going to get so many emails like, I told you guys to do vintage, yet you're already finding out about the Pele
We're going to get
collection,
messages of being like, you absolute scumbags. There was 4 days left on this. I was about to buy every single one of them and pump it to the moon, and you have just pumped it. You've just notified everyone. We've just made Pele's estate wealthier than they already are.
Yeah. Well, look at that. I'm delighted. I'm delighted that
I'm happy we stumbled into that. Yeah, that's right. I kind of want to own one, but I don't care. I don't care that much.
Okay.
That's a terrible. Yeah, this is cool, but not a big. I'm not a big memorabilia guy, Jesus.
Oh, hang on 1 second.
Do you know what's upsetting me actually now? Now you just have me. These are kind of like the scrawly signatures. Now this is like an upsetting piece of a collection. This is from the photos, Jason, that if you remember well, before his passing, and you said they were only short of putting a pen in his hand. I'm starting to think they had a pen in his hand.
Yeah.
But sure, what a player. What a legend. TBH. That's pretty cool. I wonder if, I don't even know. It's a bit mad though. If you think about it, like Pele's estate, or someone that approached Pele's estate, right? Because it's like, they've got such a wide variety of old school cards here. The kind of cards you would want to get hand autographed, if you know what I mean.
Someone sold a Ronaldo Mega Cracks here in October 2024.
For how much?
PSA 10. It doesn't have to sign in to see the price. Heritage, come on.
Heritage, come on. That's dropping the ball there, Heritage.
Yeah.
But no, just to say, like, it's kind of cool that like whoever had him sign all these kind of knew what they were getting signed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Wow, an 8.5 PSA Alifa.
Yeah, 9.
Interesting stuff.
Grade. Heritage, there's something going on Heritage we need to figure out.
Okay, well, we'll look more at the Heritage to see what's going on. In the meantime, is there any other business?
Oh, I don't believe there is.
I don't believe there is either. I hope everybody has a great week. I can also announce that next week we'll have a regular episode of Soccer Night United, and we'll also have a Casual Fridays. Not this week, but the next week.
Do we know who the guest is, or is it a secret?
I know who the guest is, but it's a secret.
Okay.
Not from you, I'll tell you, but
I still feel like I have to wait. I'm so sad.
Right. Okay. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you for episode 288 next time.